Now fans, we have got one more matchup left, but before that matchup starts, I must announce, as you may have already heard, but after his match, the show stealer Alex Shane was taken to a nearby hospital with a suspected fractured rib. Therefore, tonight's Extreme Measures four-way matchup has become a three-person elimination matchup.
That's great news, Dave. That's great news.
That's a shame.
That's great news.
That is a real shame.
Nobody wanted to see Alex Shane.
The rules of the matchup are as follows. 3 men will enter the ring. They will be eliminated by pinfall, submission,
Nobody wants to see him come
or
back.
by being thrown over the top rope and both feet touching the floor. The winner of the tournament will face the IPW champion, Irresistible Yeskin Reese, when we return here on April the 18th. With that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is now time for tonight's main event.
As much as good a friend of mine as he is, I never want to see Rick.
Introducing first.
You know, Ric Flair's happily retired, and I thought Alex Shane was as well, until he showed up tonight, but...
Well, he's retired, but he wasn't happily retired because he wasn't satisfied with what he achieved in wrestling, and he tried to come back for one more taste of the glory. And you know what he realised, Dave? That these men, whose music is playing again, have taken over the whole show here in IPW. And here comes one of the star members, in fact, the crown jewel of the Thrillers, the special attraction, Mark Haskins. But you know what? I'm sure he'll be introducing himself in a minute. He doesn't need Billy Lightning to do the honours for him.
But you will anyway, right?
I will, why not? Let's just do it twice. He's that good. He's damn good.
Well, the tail of the tape, Haskins coming from Hobbiton in the Shire. Made his name by wrestling goblins during the battle for Middle-earth.
Is that still supposed to be funny, Jay? Are you trying to imply...
Ladies and gentlemen, if I can borrow your collective attentions, please. I would like to introduce to you the winner of the following contest and the new #1 contender to the World Championship, the Cruiserweight Champion of the World, the star attraction, Mark Haskins!
Mark what?
Haskins.
Oh, sorry.
Damn you with your Hobbit jokes.
And introducing the second man in this three-way tournament.
Well, Haskins has his work cut out for him tonight. Oh my, here comes the human hate machine.
That's what you think, Dave, but let me tell you something. During the interval, I was on the phone to Gilligan Gordon, and you know what he told me and what the wrestlers in the back in this match are never going to realise?
Tell me, please, I can't wait to hear.
All he's waiting to do is watch Leroy Kincaide and Dave Morales destroy each other in this match because they're not smart enough to know how to win a three-way. And Mark Haskins is going to swoop right in there and pin both of them, therefore setting up the dream match, Thriller versus Thriller, next month. And it'd be almost worth coming back to Swanley, Kent to see it. Almost.
Who would you cheer for there? Haskins against Reese.
I'd have to go with my man, the irresistible Yeston Reese there. I think Mark Haskins may just come up short, no pun intended.
Well, you know, you're now looking at the man, the only man in this match to have previously won this very same tournament. Leroy Kincaide won in 2006.
And did he win the IPW championship that time?
No, and I'll tell you why. Because out of the goodness of his heart, he didn't compete against Martin Stone, who was the champion that night, because Stone was injured. Kincaide agreed to postpone his title shot, and then after Stone lost the belt, that title shot never happened. Well, I was talking to Leroy Kincaide backstage today, and he said he will not make that mistake twice. Tonight, there will be no mercy from Leroy.
So he put a friend before his career, and that's a mistake. I didn't have any friends before I got into Big Brother because I didn't give a damn about the little tagalongs that tried to be my friend and knew that I was going to the top. And then when I reached the top, I still didn't allow my friends to go where I go. Friends are nothing but a problem in this world. It's no point having friends, just acquaintances. Unless your friends are on the same level as you are, like me and the Thrillers and Nick Oblivion.
You know, I'm just.
And Leroy Kincaide was an idiot for what he did.
I'm just letting you paint a picture of yourself here. I let the fans form their own judgment.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen,
I've got
the
friends,
rules
Dave.
of the match are as follows.
I made my point
3
very
men
strongly.
in
I was
the
distracted
ring.
here.
They can be eliminated by pinfall, by submission, or by being thrown over the top rope and both feet touching the floor. The winner of the match will face the IPW UK champion, Haskins Reese, when we return here on April the 18th. Introducing first the current and reigning RQW Cruiserweight champion and member of the Thrillers, the star attraction, Mark Haskins.
Woo! Yeah. Put your hands in the air.
Introducing next, undefeated for over 6 months in IPW, the human hate machine, Dave Morales.
Right. Well, tonight, Dave.
We talked about that winning
And
streak
finally,
earlier.
the former All-England champion, Leroy Kincaide.
Yeah, no stranger to the gold is Leroy Kincaide. He's been the All-England champion, but he has never, and I mean never, been the IPW UK champion. And it is for that championship, that belt, that Leroy Kincaide lives and breathes. Of course, this was supposed to be a 4-man main event.
And what happened?
Alex Shane won by disqualification after being
And then what happened?
assaulted horrifically by the Thrillers. And as our ring announcer John Atkins said, Alex Shane was taken to a local hospital with a suspected fractured rib. I'm surprised it's only one fractured rib, quite honestly. So here we go, it's going to be a three-way over the top rope.
If one of the Thrillers had a fractured rib, they'd be out here defending their belts. But Alex Shane, he realised it's more than that. It was more about the...
Hang on.
It was more than the...
Hang on. Haskins last week in Birmingham was in a tag match, a great tag match actually, but he had a nosebleed and you were calling for an ambulance.
Haskins had a broken nose and a concussion.
He didn't have a broken nose. He was slightly bloodied. Anyway, it's going to be over the top rope rules, so as John Atkins said, you have to be eliminated by being thrown over the top rope. Both feet have to touch the arena floor, and the last man standing in the ring will be the new #1 contender for the IPW Championship.
See, I didn't know that this was going to be some kind of battle royal formula. That clearly has been manipulated by IPW officials to favour Dave Morales. Did you just make that one up, Dave?
I didn't make it up, you heard John Atkins say it.
Who gives a damn about what John Atkins says? Who's John Atkins around here?
John Atkins, pay attention. He's been our ring announcer all night, all year. As Kincaide with a high angle backdrop. And Haskins almost out! Haskins almost out, but he clung on. He clung on. If both of those feet had touched the floor, we would have been down to 2 men already. Well, Haskins has now rolled to the outside.
That's a smart move. Get under the ring. Get under the ring and wait for these two to destroy each other.
I think, just to clarify, I think he'd rolled back in before he rolled out.
So I saw that, Dave. I can confirm that I didn't even see him go over the top rope. He actually went through the middle rope, then pulled back into the ring, and then went under the bottom rope, and he is completely safe.
Morales goes for the cover on Kincaide. I think you were maybe busy texting one of your showbiz buddies to see what was going on in the ring.
I was distracted earlier on. I'm distracted by the presence of LT Summers, who's arrived in the building, and we're ready for our night out with the Thrillers.
Well, Haskins trying to jump Morales. That was ill-advised.
And the aid of our celebration will without a doubt be a Mark Haskins victory. Whoa, wait a minute.
Whoa, Morales has Haskins up. Can he? Well, he chose to slam him down.
What a dumb move there.
Morales goes for the pin.
Silly move by Morales. He had him up there. He should have disposed of him right there.
So in fact, to clarify on the rules, what I think we're saying actually is, as well as being taken over the top rope, you can beat your opponent by pinfall as well. That's why our referee Chris Roberts is counting pins. Incredible strength on the fall-away slam by Kincaide.
It's like some kind of crazy single elimination battle royal fatal four-way we've got going on here.
Yeah, I can imagine it's beyond your intellect to understand it. I'll try and talk you through it as we go.
It is slightly confusing as to why Mark Haskins even has to be in this match. I mean, Leroy Kincaide should have been disqualified. Alex Shane didn't have the guts to come back out here. And everybody knows that in a match between Haskins and Morales, Haskins would take that one.
Oh, Kincaide moved and Morales hit the corner of the ring hard. Haskins, look at Haskins sneaking back into the ring. What a little snake. What a snake. Kincaide.
He's not a snake and he's not a hobbit. He's Mark Haskins, the special attraction.
Oh, Kincaide was going for a spear. And both men able to move out of the way. I'll tell you, we talked about Morales and Johnny Moss being two massive men. When it's Morales and Kincaide, it's like the irresistible force and the immovable object. I tell you, Haskins is getting manhandled in here.
And again, it's through the middle rope, I must clarify.
Yeah, middle rope to the outside, so...
Doesn't count for anything.
Neither Haskins or Morales eliminated, and Kincaide on the outside as well now.
I'm not sure what rope Morales went over.
It was the middle.
Right.
This is the fourth Extreme Measures final in IPW history. The first...
How about a disqualification there?
There's no DQ here. No DQ. It's a fight to the finish over the top rope or pinfall submission. Those are the only ways to lose.
It's basically just a biased witch hunt, isn't it, for the thrillers?
As I was saying, it's the fourth Extreme Measures final, including, of course, the first ever IPW show on the 25th of September 2004 was Extreme Measures #1. An important part of IPW history is this tournament.
That's a long time ago. I wasn't even famous then.
No.
But I was on my way.
Oh, those beautiful halcyon days. Oh, and Haskins set over the top into our crowd by Leroy Kincaide.
Now that's got to be a disqualification right there. He deliberately backdropped him into the crowd.
Everything is a disqualification with you, isn't it?
I know the rules. I've got the rule book right here.
You don't have anything in front of you. You're a delusional Z-list celebrity who doesn't have a book in front of him.
John Atkins just clearly told me, thou shalt not throw one into thy crowd.
What?
Thou shalt not throw one into thy crowd.
You've lost it.
It's a disqualification.
You've lost the plot.
It's a very old rule. I can't explain why they're written this way.
Not the Bible. Thou shalt. Anyway,
it's a very old sport, though.
This action continuing to spill backstage. We're trying to keep an eye on what's going on. Our cameramen trying to follow this as best they can. You see Morales continuing to dominate.
Being provided with the benefits of a monitor here.
Morales is... and Haskins is attacking Morales from behind. Over in the corner of the building. This is just a brawl right now.
And despite how unfair it is on Haskins, he's still continuing to beat down these two men on the outside.
Will you
what
stop
a man
stop
is
whinging?
Mark Haskins.
Haskins this, Haskins that. Just shut up and enjoy the match.
He's recovered from a broken nose last week and a concussion. He's beaten Terry Fraser, the All England champion, who once again didn't put his title on the line, by the way, I might add. And he's still on top of this match. We are going to see the Thrillers versus Thrillers title match next month. And like I said, it almost makes it worth coming back to Swanley Kent.
And Kincaide has a chair. There's that no disqualification rule kicking in. It's all legal.
A no disqualification rule is not a rule, Dave. It's anti-establishment. It is no rule.
But I stand corrected. You're actually right there. Wow. Maybe you do have a couple of brain cells up there. Anyway, Morales continuing to take the fight to the star attraction, as he calls himself, Mark Haskins. Tell you what, referee Chris Roberts has got to be wondering why he's taken this match on. This is his first Extreme Measures final. Our other referee tonight, Chris Hatch, has been a referee at all 4 of those tournaments.
Now, despite the fact this is clearly taking its toll on the 3 men on the outside, am I right in saying that the match cannot be won out here on the outside? This isn't Falls Count anywhere.
It's not Falls Count anywhere. There's no count-outs.
That's what I just said.
It's got to be pinfall, pinfall or submission, excuse me.
Dave, why don't you have any of your own information on the 18 pages that you brought out with you?
There's no point in you reading my information. I don't think you can even read. As
That
Morales,
doesn't even look like English.
it's because I'm multilingual. Kincaide continuing to club Morales hard in the back.
Now that's going to hurt in anyone's language.
And look at Haskins just crawling around like the little weasel in the grass that he is. See, he's lost without Gordon out here, isn't he?
Into the steps.
As well, they're out in front of us now. There's Morales and Kincaide.
How can you say that they're lost without Gilligan Gordon? The Thrillers are 3-0 here tonight and seconds away from going 4-0.
Oh, hang on a second. The armbar.
That's an armbar.
Armbar by Morales. Will Kincaide tap
And Kincaide
him?
likely to tap out any minute now.
You know, his foot's near the bottom rope. I don't know if he's able to see that. And Kincaide he's scrambling over to the side of the ring. I think his arm's under the rope. As Kincaide was near the rope and Morales broke the hold. You know, I'm sure Dave Morales didn't even need telling that there was a #1 contendership on the line. All he heard was that there was a chance to beat people up twice in one night. And he was in the first bus over here.
Can you imagine the embarrassment that we would suffer if the title belt was around the waist, and it wouldn't even fit around the waist, but if Dave Morales was the champion here in IPW, can you imagine this company would go down faster than the Titanic?
Morales, I think, would be a great champion. He's had some incredible victories in recent months, and he could have another one here. Headlock is applied.
If I was an official in IPW, which I may be at some point, and if I was the official right now, I would do exactly what they've done for the past 6 months and kept Dave Morales away from the IPW Championship during his 6-month unbeaten run. He doesn't deserve to be the champion.
I'll tell you, the intensity here in this one, this 3-way to become the new #1 contender, is off the charts. Half of the crowd are on their feet here in Swanley. We're on our feet.
And even if he is to win this match, I don't believe that either of these men can beat our carb-free champion, Yestin Reese, who is carb-free.
He's on the Atkins diet, is he? Wow. I thought only people like yourself were involved in that kind of newfangled nonsense, but well, Kincaide is stalking Morales.
I'm not interested in any diet
spear!
that John Atkins is on.
Spear on Haskins! Spear on Haskins, but now Morales! German suplex! Wow, what a match this is.
And again, he's gone back to the arm.
How badly.
And Leroy Kincaide has taken so much abuse out on him, I don't even think he'll be able to take a phone call later on.
Yeah, he's been worked over on that left arm a lot. But Kincaide...
Look at the brave Mark Haskins there, trying to regain his breath on the outside. He's wrestled twice here tonight. He's defended his title.
They've all wrestled twice.
But Mark Haskins has defended his title. He's done ring announcing as well. He was the ring announcer earlier on tonight. He came over and did commentary for a little bit.
I'm gonna pay attention to what's going on in the ring rather than talk about the coward on the outside. Kincaide just escaped that submission hold by reaching the bottom rope. Oh, look at this. Haskins trying to sneak in. He's slithering his way into the ring as... big kick to the face. Kick to the face.
Super kick. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, he got him. He got him. He got him.
Human hate machine Dave Morales has been eliminated.
And that 6-month streak has been ended by who, Dave?
Haskins. Mark Haskins.
By Mark Haskins.
Spear!
Oh, spear!
Spear by Kincaide from
Get
nowhere.
up, Haskins!
From nowhere on Haskins.
Get up, you hobbit! I mean, get up, Mark!
What? I told you he was a hobbit.
He's not a hobbit, it's these people. I'm in the match, I'm distracted.
Kincaide and Haskins, the 2 men left. One of these 2 men
Kick
will be
out.
the #1 contender.
Oh, he kicked out! And no one's kicked out of that before. No one has kicked out of Leroy Kincaide's gore before.
You know, I'll bet if Kincaide had been able to get the pin straight away, Haskins wouldn't have kicked out either.
I bet he would, Dave, and we'll never know, because that's a testament to Mark Haskins right here.
Oh, hang on. Kincaide's going for it again. It went for the clothesline. Haskins ducks. Great athleticism. Ace crusher by Haskins. No, not like this. No.
Yes!
Haskins is the number 1 contender.
Leroy Kincaide has been eliminated. Therefore, the man facing Yestin Reese for the IPW
Brilliant.
UK Championship on April the
And
18th.
I told you, Dave. I told you. Yes.
Hang on.
Yes, I told you.
Whoa. Hang on.
I told you.
Hang on. What is... That's Alex Shane's music again. Shane's at the hospital. Oh, no, he's not.
Wait.
Alex Shane.
This can't happen. People are leaving. They're not going to get to see. We could do this another time. Alex Shane is injured.
Oh.
No.
Haskins, ring the bell. Let's get this match going again.
Ring the bell. What are you talking? This isn't a match.
Alex Shane is here. He has every right to be in this match.
After Mark Haskins with a broken nose and a concussion, having wrestled 10 times this week and 3 times tonight, and been a ring announcer and having beaten 2 men.
Wow.
We're going to make him wrestle again against Alex Shane, who sat out the beginning of this match.
Alex Shane with fractured rib and all.
It doesn't look likely right now, but if in some way Alex Shane could come back into this match, I'm sure Gilligan Gordon will be filing a protest and suing this ridiculous company who allow this kind of crap to go down every single week and every single month. And I'm sick and tired of it, Dave.
Tell you, whatever you think, I think Alex Shane is incredibly courageous, coming out here injured. And look at that, the knee to the
Break his rib.
broken rib of Shane, and only 2. 2 count only, says referee Chris
Why
Roberts.
is this allowed, Dave?
Alex Shane has every right to be out here. It's only because of Mark Haskins and his buddies that Shane wasn't out here in the first place.
Alex Shane sat around in the hospital pretending he was injured, and he was waiting for Mark Haskins to do his dirty work before he came back in here.
Hang on, Haskins is going up high. Oh, but Shane grabs him. Showstopper. Go on, Alex, make the cover.
You're so biased, Dave.
Oh, and you're not.
I'm not biased, I just appreciate and can see the brilliance of the Thrillers, and especially the crown jewel, the special attraction, Mark Haskins.
Well, this crowd, they're still on their feet. They know they're watching history as Shane blocks the hold, blocks the strike, and strikes Haskins himself. Ace crusher, no, reversed by Shane, and up, no, oh my. Haskins goes for the super kick, and a check up from the neck up. Oh, and
big
wait a
boot.
second, ring the bell. Well,
Mark Haskins has been eliminated.
What happened?
The winner of the Extreme Measures 2009 tournament, and the man who will challenge Yestin Reese for the IPW Championship on April the 18th, the show stealer.
Are you kidding me? He's gone and won that like that. He's gone and won after sitting backstage and doing nothing, while Mark Haskins dominated the IPW roster and deserved to go one-on-one with Yestin Reese in a dream match. Now we have to watch this balding, retired moron, Alex Shane, who doesn't know when to let it go, challenge for the title.
you know, what a story. At the start of tonight, Alex Shane was retired. At the end of tonight, Alex Shane has won the Extreme Measures tournament, and he's the #1 contender.
You know what, Dave? This makes me sick. I'm out of here. Oh, hold on a second. Yestin Reese has arrived. Yestin Reese is out there, and I hope he kicks his ass right now.
Well, you watch it, Yestin Reese. You take a look at the man in that ring, because I promise you, when we return to Swanley on April the 18th, Alex Shane, the show stealer, is coming for your title.
Yestin Reese could take him out right now, but he's not going to do it for free. Next month, Yestin Reese is finally going to put the final nail in Alex Shane's coffin, and then he can go along and carry on his retirement and go back to India.
Well, Billy Lightning and Dave Bradshaw here in the commentary booth at the end of an incredible night in Swanley. I tell you, what's going to happen? What is going to happen when Shane and Reese go one-on-one for the IPW Championship?